He's the leadoff man, and we're ready to get things underway. Weaver sets, throws, lays off a called strike. 0-1.
Well, the Angels love pitching. It's always been about pitching and defense here, and it's been particularly good at home in the past.
Swung on and ripped towards second, and it's caught by Kendrick. And one thing this Angels home crowd is used to seeing, Steve, get on and force the action.
Well, they're one of the best at getting them on, getting them over, and getting them in. Good situational baseball.
And it's Placido Polanco at the plate. Base is empty, 1 out. Slider swung on and missed. 0-1.
He might have left that breaking ball a little higher than he wanted to, but he got away with it. He just swings underneath.
Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And Guerrero pulls it in. 2 men have been put away.
This looked like it had a chance to drop, but the right fielder's hustle allowed him to get over, get underneath, and make the out.
And Maglio Ordonez to bat. 2 outs, base is empty. Pitch from Weaver, too high for a ball.
Well, he tried to go up the ladder on him right there, but the hitter laid off. Good piece of hitting.
There's a ground ball. That one's foul. Here it comes. Shot back to first. That's caught. Side is retired. Not a lot of action in this half inning. Nothing on. And now we'll go to the home half of the first. And we'll get to see Edwin Jackson pitching. He's starting for Detroit. Steve, as he faces these Angel hitters, what's a primary emphasis?
Well, Gary, this guy has great stuff, but against this lineup, he's going to have to keep his poise. He's going to get some runners on base, but he's going to have to make his pitches when he needs to get out of jams.
And it's Sean Figgins now. Fastball taken high. 1-0.
Well, the Angels, one of the best in baseball at home in 2008. They won 100 games. Half of those games they won at home. A 50-31 record. Outstanding.
Here's the 1-0 from Jackson. Popped him up. So Figgins is retired. That's 1 down. And certainly part of the reason they win at home is they've had a pitching staff to take advantage of this yard.
Well, no doubt. I mean, both the starting rotation and the bullpen. Great depth of pitching for the Angels.
It's brought to you by State Farm, the lineup for Mike Scioscia's team. Steve, how about any bats that stand out?
Some say Howie Kendrick is one of the best young pure hitters in the game. Injuries have been a problem for him so far early on, but once he stays healthy, look for him to win a batting title.
And it's Gary Matthews Jr. now. And in this lineup for Mike Scioscia, a key role played by this guy. And Ordonez makes the play.
They almost got burned on this one. They shifted the outfield to the left like the percentages say. He hit the ball to right, but the defense is able to run it down and pull it in.
And it's Juan Rivera at the plate. He's the league leader in hits. 2 outs and nobody on. Just missed with the fastball. 1-0.
Such a consistent, productive, professional hitter. You know, one of their best bats in the lineup, Gary.
Jackson with the delivery. On the ground to third. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. And they're unable to make any noise here in this half inning. We're scoreless in L.A. Last couple of hours, maybe even before the game started, it's been pretty comfortable weather, partly cloudy. As we settle in again. And here's Miguel Cabrera. Batting under 200. He'll start it off here in the second. This one fouled back. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. Base hit, gets it down. That's our first hit of the game. That'll bring up Gary Sheffield. A runner on first, no outs. Weaver sets, throws. Swung on, connects here. It's going to be fielded by Hunter. One away. Carlos Guillen.
Well, Gary, he can really fly, and that puts so much pressure because it does make you think that he can bunt even with 2 outs. If he comes up with 2 outs, he's the kind of guy that can bunt for a base hit and still steal a base. So he is some kind of offensive threat.
That's the second out of the inning. And he can't make the play. And Brandon Inge at the plate. 2 outs and a man on first. First pitch, fastball, 0-1.
Well, you know, it's road games like this that they're going to have to be more consistent, Gary. I mean, 7 games under 500 last season. They're going to have to be much more consistent with every aspect of the game.
0-1. Weaver kicks, deals. Inge isn't fooled by that pitch. The count is evened up. Certainly one of the hopes of the Tigers on the road is that they'll be able to just bash opponents pitching in the opponent's yard.
Oh, I agree with you. I mean, you expect that to be the offensive issue, but if everybody stands around and waits for the other guy to get it done, they're going to lose games again.
Watches that fastball go by, and now he's at 1-2.
Well, Gary, he's got such an effective fastball. He likes to use it. And, you know, 1-2 count. He doesn't like to mess around. Look for him to go right at him with the heater.
There's a swing. It's popped up. That's caught. Side is retired. And so out of the inning, only 8 pitches thrown. That's pretty efficient. We'll go to the bottom of the second. A crisp day here at the ball yard. Temperatures might be dropping a bit later on towards the evening. And we'll get settled back in now. Vladimir Guerrero at the plate. 326 average. And right now, top 5 in runs batted in the league. Jackson with the delivery. That one swung on its line. Fielded by Cabrera. And he can't get there in time. That's going to go as a base hit.
Now, sometimes when it looks like an easy play, it doesn't always turn out that way.
Got to run hard out of the box. Sometimes you get a base hit.
Oh, good pitch right there, and he didn't make great contact with it, but hustling down the line, he can motor.
And Torrey Hunter. No one out and a runner on first. Swing and a liner to right center. And Hunter's got himself a base hit. He can't get it. Fantastic chance here. It's going to be Napoli. 4 years in the league. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Jackson with the delivery. Swing. Hot shot. He caught it. Oh, that was headed right for the pitcher. Good quick reaction. He got it.
Pitchers are taught once they release the ball, they become a fielder. He was in good position right there to be able to make the play and help himself.
It's Morales at the plate. One out with runners at first and second. He fouls that one off. Oh and 1. Jackson kicks and throws. Good hard splitter that time. In control. 0-2.
Well, he must have been looking for the fastball. Instead, he gets the splitter. He's way out in front.
Slider swung out and missed. 2 down.
Well, he keeps the runners right where they are, so now he's just an out away from working his way out of danger and keeping this game tied. Good movement, 89 miles per hour. Clipchamp shows it to you.
And it's Howie Kendrick. 232 average. 2 down. Runners at first and second. Can't get him to chase it. That's low. Ball 1.
The Tigers really need to work on winning on the road this year. I mean, they struggled at home, on the road. They didn't hit, they didn't pitch, they didn't play well anywhere.
Slider just misses the black, falls behind 2-0. And when you look at this lineup, Steve, really hard to believe last season. 7 under 500 on the road.
It's just, I mean, you wouldn't have thought it, but you know what? It really proves that offense isn't the primary issue. It's got to be the pitching.
As you can see, a bit out of control. He hit that batter.
Now the ball just sailed away from him, couldn't control it. Now it loads the bases.
And we've got his tourist batting.
Gary, as we saw that hit by pitch, now the base is loaded and so much pressure on this pitcher.
It's now 0-1. Watch that fastball go by. And I think, Steve, we take a look now and see whether or not he can regain his composure on the mound in this situation.
And the manager's got to be watching closely here, because when he starts hitting batters as well, you've got to be wondering maybe if he's not okay out there.
Jackson with the delivery. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And he's there to retire the side. So they pick up 2 hits in the inning, but leave the bases loaded. Second inning over. Move on to the third. Leadoff batter will get a shot at it later on in this inning. It's going to be Santiago now. He'll get things going here in the third. Weaver sets, throws. Swing and a bouncer up the middle. Kendrick dives, got it. And it's in time from his knees to get the out. Only way he's going to make this play once he stopped it was to make that throw the way he did.
Well, even after the diving stop, I didn't know if they were going to have enough time to get him at first, but he didn't get to his feet. Throwing from his knees was the key.
It's Ryan at the plate. 1 out, nobody on. It's chopped foul to the left side. Oh and 1. Weaver kicks, deals. 0-1 is a slider for a called strike.
He wanted to go down and away with that slider, but he left it up and away, had just enough movement on it to get the strike.
And Napoli spotting the pitch. Hot shot towards the hole. That should be a base hit.
They tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate and took advantage of it.
And Curtis Granderson to bat. Lined out last time up. 1 down, runner at first. Fresh count on Granderson. Here it comes. Starts him out with a fastball for a strike.
You know, when a pitcher has a solid four-seam fastball like him, it allows him to bust a hitter inside and not worry about the ball tailing back over the plate.
Weaver sets, throws. He makes contact, line drive. And so Granderson retired. And that four-seam fastball follows the all-time rules of baseball. Hard and in, down and away.
No question about that. You've got to keep hitters honest and keep them off the outside corner to be successful.
And it's Placido Polanco at the plate. And he's second on the club in runs. Runner in scoring position at second with two down. And the first pitch hit in the air to left center. And that's a base hit. Gets down in front of him. And the run is in. Boy, the continuation here of this offense is called big-time momentum.
It comes through with the RBI single right there to break this scoreless tie. Good piece of hitting.
And Ordonez settles in. Offense, when you get it, boy, it doesn't matter what part of the game it is. Now they've got themselves something to build on.
Well, you have to credit this lineup, Gary. Some quality at bats right now and taking advantage of the opportunities, and now they have a lead.
Third inning offense able to get a run in. The Tigers lead it 1-0. And here's Sean Figgins. Fresh count, Figgins. Here it comes. Fastball is high, 1-0.
Well, he missed with the first pitch, so I bet he's going to come back with the fastball right here, as he's done in the past.
The 1-0 pitch. Pulled the bat back, but it's going to be a called strike, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. He watches the 1-1 pitch, takes a fastball, strike two.
Oh, Gary, he's got such an effective fastball. He likes to use it. And, 1-2 count. He doesn't like to mess around. Look for him to go right at him with the heater.
The 1-2 pitch. Slider called third, strikeout number one.
Well, good late breaking movement on that slider. Down and away, exactly where you want to pitch it. He gets the punch out.
And Gary Matthews Jr. to bat. Flew out last time. Base is empty with one away. And Matthews Jr. in the box, ready for the first pitch. Swings high on that one, starts out with a strike. Swung on, grounded towards the hole. Great diving stop. Cabrera from his knees got him. What a throw. Had to stretch himself out at first base, still able to make the throw.
Well, great quickness to get to that ball, but then to get to his feet and make an accurate flip, that's athleticism.
And it's Juan Rivera at the plate. 0 for 1 thus far. Base is empty with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Rivera. Swing and a rocket toward short. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. No hits, nobody left on, and a good defensive half inning. Tigers still enjoying their lead. And Cabrera settles in. Had a double his last time up. The first pitch. And Weaver misses low that time.
Now, if you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
Pitch on the way. This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. As he retreats back for it and gets the out.
Well, they followed the advanced scouting reports to a T. They played the outfielders back that time, and he hit it right into the teeth of the defense.
And it's Gary Sheffield at the plate. Last time up, flew out. One out, nobody on. And he starts Sheffield out. Here's a swing, a soft liner to the left side. And Sheffield's got himself a single. And that'll bring up Carlos Guillen. He flew out his last time up. 1 out, man on first. First pitch, AB begins to Guillen. And it's 0-1. Weaver gets him looking.
Well, if you've done your homework, you know how you're going to attack this guy. You got to go with the slider here.
He delivers. That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Guillen now will try and protect from that strikeout. Here's the pitch. That one misses. It gets away from the catcher. There's the throw. And he is out at second. Fastball swung on and missed, and the side's retired. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. And we'll move now to the bottom half of the 4th inning. And it's Vladimir Guerrero at the plate. Right there in the top 5 in home runs. Jackson with the delivery. Fastball just misses. 1-0. A smash towards the hole. And he bobbles this thing. But he stays with it. Gets the out. That's how you do it.
That's just textbook defense right there, Gary. The ball's fielded by the second baseman. Gets the easy out at first.
And Torrey Hunter up. And he steals off and he gets away with it. He's one of the league's best. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch to Hunter. Starts him off with a pitch on the outside corner. Strike 1.
Well, this is a guy that puts so much pressure on the defense, Gary. I mean, among the best base stealers in the game. He can fly.
The pitch, a liner headed for the hole. And Hunter is retired.
Now, great play at third base right there. What an arm this guy has as he rifles it across the field.
It's got to be Napoli. Lined out in his last at bat. Base is empty and 2 down. Now the first pitch. The 0-0 delivery, a fastball taken for a strike.
Well, they've got a couple of hits here, and we're into the 4th inning, so maybe they're starting to get something going. And the second time through the lineup, maybe they'll try to figure something out, Gary.
Jackson with the delivery. This one's grounded hard up the middle. Throws to first, side is retired. Nothing doing here in this half inning. Tigers still enjoying their lead. Looking on, Jim Leyland. Last inning, that pitching gave up nothing. That's what he wants to see. Now looking for the offense to try and expand the lead. And Brandon Inge at the plate. He'll get things started. 5th inning. And Inge settles in for the first pitch. And a swing and a miss on Weaver's delivery. 0-1. The pitch swung on, hit in the air to right center. And Inge has got himself a base hit. He's going to try to stretch it.
You know, with base runners on, you get a man at first base. Now you're looking not just for the single, but it'd be nice to get that extra base hit to try to score him from first.
It's going to be Santiago now. For his team, he's number 2 in hits. Runner on first. Here's the first pitch. Ground ball towards the second baseman. The second, there's one. And there's the second out of double play. Here's a look, 4-6-3 on the double play.
That's the way they teach you, whether you're at second base or shortstop. One fluid motion, get it out of the glove and get rid of it.
It's Ryan at the plate. Had a base hit his last time up. 2 outs, bases empty. Here's the first pitch. And a swing and a miss on Weaver's delivery. 0-1.
Well, he puts everything he has into that swing, hoping that if he does make contact, it could go a long way. Unfortunately, no contact.
He delivers. Good hard slider, swung on and missed. 0-2.
And with 2 strikes on him, I'm guessing we're going to see a fastball here, just try to finish him off.
Slider swung on and missed. Struck him out. That's going to retire the side. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. 5th inning baseball underway, and we go to the home half. It's Morales at the plate. He'll lead off for the home team here in the home half of the 5th. First pitch. Sliders in there for a called strike.
Well, outstanding pitching effort so far here. I mean, he's left 3 runners on base in this game. I mean, but he's just shutting down this lineup, and when he needs to make a pitch, he seems to always find a way to do it.
A line drive toward short. Over to Cabrera. 1 away now.
You want to talk about settling in? How about retiring 8 hitters in a row? I think he's settled in.
And it's Kendrick batting. Base is empty, 1 out. Swings and misses the slider. 0-1.
Well, they say swing hard in case you hit it, and that's what he did right there. That's a huge swing. Didn't get it, though.
Smashes that one towards the shortstop. 2 down. And we've got Asturis batting. 6-year player. Base is empty with 2 outs. And the first pitch. Fastball is downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
That's a power pitch right there. That 4-seam fastball at the knees, just below the zone, though.
Here's the 1-0 from Jackson. Swing and a foul straight back. He deals. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. That one in the alley. This could be 2 or more. That'll bring up Sean Figgins. Took a called 3rd strike in his last time up. A runner on first with 2 outs. He delivers. The fastball is in there. It's 0-1.
Now that he's gotten the 4-seamer down and in, look for him to go outside now.
On the way. And a swing and a hit ball. It's going to be Ordonez. And that one's put away to retire the side. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand him. We're through 5 here at the yard. The top of the order is due up next. And Curtis Granderson to bat. He's ready to start out here in the 6th inning. Fresh count on Granderson. Here it comes. And a swing and a miss on Weaver's delivery. 0-1. Curveball, that's in the dirt for a ball. Swing and a bouncing ball up the middle. And so Granderson retired.
You have to have quick reflexes on the mound. You're the closest to the hitter of anybody else on the field. The ball got back on him. He was able to make the play, moves his feet to be able to get the momentum going to first base for the throw. Nice job.
Nobody on base, one away. And he delivers. And he holds off with the pitch low, 1-0.
If you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
And he looks at a slider that's in there, 1-1.
Down, down, down. It's all about location. That breaking ball down in the zone makes it very difficult on the hitter.
1-1 on the way. Swing and a foul straight back. The 1-2 on its way. Good patience there. Placido Polanco lets that one go by. For a ball. Count is even. And a swing and a hit. It's going to be Guerrero. That one's put away. Now 2 down. And Ordonez settles in. 0 for 2 thus far. 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch on the way. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. This one towards Matthews Jr. And that's going to do it in this half inning. No runs, no hits. Nobody crossed the plate in this half inning and nobody left on base. Top half of the 6th inning now in the books. We move to the home half. It'll be batters 2 through 4 due up next. And if you're just tuning in, great to have you with us. Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. And it's Gary Matthews Jr. now. He's going to lead off bottom half of the 6th inning. First pitch, here it comes. Swing and a miss on a ball below the knees, 0-1.
Well, he's doing an outstanding job keeping this offense off the board. And Sano's had a handful of base runners so far in this one. The 4 runners left on base, but, you know, they've been able to make pitches and make plays when they needed to.
And a strike 2 there. Edwin Jackson up in the count 0-2.
He looks like he's sitting on the breaking ball right there, Gary, but he just swings under it.
Jackson with the delivery. That swung on and grounded up the middle. Over to Cabrera. That's 1 away. And it's Juan Rivera now. And he hits the ball. Right now he leads the AL. 1 out. Bases empty. Here's the pitch to Rivera. There's a swing and a drive. Deep right field. This one's going to be fielded by Ordonez. And it's Vladimir Guerrero in the box now. 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Base is empty and 2 down. This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. That'll do it as they put that one away. And he has just been magnificent through 6. Still got outs to get, Steve, but he's in this one.
Gary, he's got his great stuff and his great location.
Tigers still enjoying their lead. And it's Miguel Cabrera now. He'll lead off the 7th inning. And he starts Cabrera out. And it's 0-1. Weaver gets him looking.
Oh, it's a quality fastball right there, just pounding the strike zone down and away. He had no chance to put that one in play.
There's a swing, a high bouncer towards the hole, and Figgins fields the ball. So Cabrera is set down. Well, let's take a look, see if the umpire got it right.
Now let's see this again. Does he get him? He sure did. Umpire did get it right. Good hustle down the line, though.
Nice defensive play. And it's Gary Sheffield at the plate. Base hit his last time. One out, nobody on. Weaver sets, throws. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Now, Gary, 0-1 count. I'm looking for him to come right back with that fastball.
Strike two. 2 balls, no strikes. Tough hitting situation for Sheffield.
Well, he gets a big breaker up in the zone and away. Gets away with one right there, but next time look for him to try to bury it in the dirt.
Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball. 1-2.
Well, it looked like he overthrew that one a little bit. Just got away from him up in the zone.
This is hit way up there. It'll be in the infield. 2 down.
When there's a pop-up, the pitchers are supposed to get out of the way and let the infielders take the ball, but sometimes pitchers don't listen. At least he made the catch.
And Carlos Guillen up. Struck out swinging last time. 2 outs, bases empty. First pitch, AB begins to Guillen. And it's 0-1. Weaver gets him looking. Here it comes. Hit on the ground. That ends up foul. Won't offer there, and it's 1-2 now. He deals. And Carlos Guillen swings and misses. He's gone. Strike 3. 3 up, 3 down this half inning. Stretch time here in Anaheim. The 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up. Catch a glimpse of Mike Scioscia. His club only separated by 1 run from tying this ball game. Got a plan to get back in? We'll see. And Torrey Hunter up. He'll start the home half of the 7th. Here's the first pitch to Hunter. Now here's a grounder towards the hole. He dives and he's got it. From his knees, he got him. What a play. We have said it more than once today, but he continues to look extremely sharp, Steve.
He's so locked in. You wonder how long he can keep it going. I haven't seen anybody pitch like this in a long time.
It's got to be Napoli. He bounced out his last time. Nobody on base, 1 away. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And it's in there, the tying run on board.
They had the right idea, shifting the defense to the left. That's where he hit it, but he was still able to get it down anyways. Nice hit.
It's Morales at the plate. Ground out victim last time through. 1 out. Runner on at first. And the first pitch. Called strike. 0-1.
Well, holding them scoreless so far in this one and only allowed 4 hits, Gary. And I think a real credit to what he's been able to do. Outstanding work between the pitcher and catcher. Just a great plan of attack.
Jackson with the delivery. Took something off, but it's low. 1-1.
Now got the hitter out in front, but he had the discipline to lay off the changeup out of the zone.
And he looks at a fastball in there, and it's 1-2 now.
Velocity and location are absolutely critical. That pitch was exactly where he wanted to throw it.
Fastball just about had him, and it's a 2-2 count. That one's going to be down low. 3-2.
Good fastball right there. Let's see what he's going to come back with now.
The 3-2 pitch. Rings him up. Man, he has just mastered this offense in this ball game, and no signs he's letting up.
Well, he's been sharp all game long, but you just hope going through the order for the third time and the fourth time, guys don't start picking up on the tendencies.
And it's Howie Kendrick. Grounded out last time. Runner on first, 2 away. And he starts Kendrick out. Hit in the air to left center. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout. And now that's 7. Count them, 7 shutout innings going.
I think he's got the stuff to do it, Gary. I think he wants to finish the rest of this game. He's got the legs.
Tigers still enjoying their lead. It's going to be Inge. He had a single in his last time up. Weaver sets, throws. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Well, Gary, I think he decided that was a pitch he needed to take as soon as it came out of his hand. Just can't handle that fastball up and away.
The pitch. Swung on and dribbled out in front of the plate. And Inge is retired.
Well, he's out at first base. Credit the catcher. Outstanding play right there. Grabbing the ball and wheeling and throwing to the bag.
It's going to be Santiago now. He'll get another shot after hitting into that double play last time up. Base is empty with 1 away. First pitch on the way. That one's lined softly towards the gap left center. That looks like a single. He's trying for second.
A hitter can get fooled and still get a base hit as long as he keeps his hands back. That's what he did right there, and it allowed him to punch himself a single.
It's Ryan at the plate. 1 for 2 in the ball game. 1 down, runner at first. The first pitch swung on, contact there, and Hunter. And it gets down. That's hit number 2, making good contact.
The pitcher threw it where he wanted to, up and in, a spot where this hitter tends to struggle. But this time, the hitter wins. He puts a pretty good swing on that one.
So Curtis Granderson is batting. Now a great chance for him and the Detroit Tigers. Runners on first and second with 1 out. There's a swing and a drive deep to left field. This one towards Matthews Jr. Runner on his way to third. Safe at third, just ahead of that throw.
But keeps the runners right where they are. Now 2 outs. Not a lot of time left in this ball game. You cannot give them more runs. Placido Polanco, one of the best situational hitters in the game, Gary, coming to the plate right here. Exactly the kind of guy you want to deliver in this type of situation.
Now he steps in there with a chance to pick up another go-ahead run with 2 outs.
Well, they're going to have to consider making a pitching change right here. Think about bringing the specialist in to get this big out.
Check swing on that pitch, but it found the zone anyway. 0-2. Weaver sets, throws, and that breaks low, and it even ends up in the dirt. Line towards second. Kendrick somehow got that one. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. So no runs, 2 hits, and they strand 2. Now Angels, home half of the 8th inning. Coming in now, and he'll be the new pitcher as the Tigers turn to him in relief.
Well, this was an outstanding performance today. I mean, that's good starting pitching right there. He won't be able to finish what he started, but he pitched a heck of a ball game.
And that's going to be a base hit. Tying run is on.
Well, welcome to the game right there. The first batter you face, you give up a base hit. He's got to keep himself under control now and not lose his composure.
Batting now, Sean Figgins. Runner on first base, nobody out. Fresh count, Figgins, here it comes. Pulls it back in time, it's 1-0. The 1-0 now. Pulled the bat back, but it's going to be a called strike, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Drops down a bunt. Picks it up. In time for the out.
Well, you have to be willing to do things for the team. That's what he does right there, getting a quality sac bunt down, getting a runner in scoring position, and getting praise from his teammates.
1 on, 1 out. And Matthews Jr. in the box, ready for the first pitch. That one is in there. That should score as Turris. This one rolls through to the wall. And they bring across the tying run. He is safe at third base ahead of that play.
They were playing him to hit the ball to left field, but he decided, you know what? You're going to play me that way? I'm going to hit it the other way. Good piece of hitting.
And doing the pitching, it's Freddie Dulce as the Tigers decide to bring in a reliever.
Well, going to the bullpen right here, that's his chess move. Let's see if it's checkmate.
And it's Juan Rivera at the plate. Well, Steve, as this offense come through in a big way, now they're gaining some confidence.
We just saw right there, Gary, is a guy getting it done in the clutch. That's a prime example of big-time hitting.
Going to be a great ball game. We've sensed it coming, and now we've got ourselves back to a tie. Let's the 1-0 pitch go by. 1-1.
You know, Gary, like you were saying, we did sense it. Momentum had shifted, and now the opportunity was there. They came up in the clutch. Let's see if they can continue to keep it rolling.
Here's the pitch. Oh, and he checks his swing. They'll call that one a strike. The appeal goes to first. Just a little too much on the swing. The strike is called. The 1-2 pitch. And Rivera will come up empty in this AB. Strike him out.
Well, Gary, that's an outstanding slider. That great late action. With 2 strikes, not much you can do with that one. Tough one to hit. Well, it's a big opportunity for Vladimir Guerrero to come up big for his teammates.
I think he's thinking about how he's going to approach this crucial at-bat.
Now, what separates the men from the boys is the 2-out hitting in big ball games. Playoff teams get it done with 2 outs.
Well, the decision here, obviously, is a great respect for the hitter. He's going to get the free pass.
Yeah, but I'm not sure either of these guys likes this. They'd like to go at each other and have the challenge and see who could come out on top.
Now, Torrey Hunter. Another chance here for Anaheim. Runners at first and third with 2 away. Here's the first pitch to Hunter. Slider just misses. 1-0.
If you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
Fastball just misses, and he falls behind 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch, and a swing and a hit ball. It's going to be Ordonez. Well, they pick up a run on 2 hits, and they leave a couple. We are tied up here in L.A. Jimmy Leyland looking on. And at this point, every move is critical. He doesn't got any margin for error.
A lot riding on Miguel Ordonez's bat right here. He's an RBI machine. You can just see the determination in his face.
One of the league's best players. This is right where you want him. Last inning, he has a chance to be the go-ahead. A swing line to left center. And that is in there, the go-ahead run on base. He's going to try to stretch it.
Oh, picks up a base hit right there. And now off to a pretty good inning. Nobody out, runners on base.
And we'll get to see Justin Spire pitching. They've decided it was time to make a change here.
I'll tell you what, this is one of those decisions you can go either way. He's pitched pretty well to this point, but it is getting late. Do you want to take any chances? The manager decides to go to the pen.
It's Miguel Cabrera. Well, he digs in here, Steve. A golden opportunity to be the hero.
And with nobody out, they need to find a way to advance the runner into scoring position.
Takes a swing at that fastball. Can't connect. 0-1. And with 2 strikes on him now, Cabrera needs to be protective of that zone.
This is where you want to go with the breaking ball, to the outside corner. Paint the black. Get the call. The hitter gave up on it. He got the pitch he wanted.
Hit sharply towards the hole. As Torres dives up with it from his knees. Got him. What a throw. Take a look here on that dive and that force out.
You see him get down on his belly, make the play, then transfer the ball from glove to hand to get the force out at second.
It's Gary Sheffield. He's batting now late in this game. Only 1 out.
And the defense looking for the double play ball. The hitter trying to hit one in the gap.
Trying to move that runner around from first. Watches that one high and outside. Calls strike 1.
He wanted to go down and away with that slider, but he left it up and away. Had just enough movement on it to get the strike.
Pitch on the way. Look out as that one runs in and hits him.
You know, take one for the team. Well, sometimes it's going to leave a mark, and that's definitely going to. The fastball can hurt.
Rayburn is going to come in and pinch run.
When you're looking to try to get something going, to manufacture runs, bringing in a guy who can run can be absolutely critical and beneficial.
Batting is Carlos Guillen. Pressure here on the mound. A shot up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit for Guillen. Here comes Rayburn for the dish. And he comes in to score, and they have snatched that lead. And Brandon Inge at the plate. Boy, we have seen this offense building momentum, Steve, and what a time of the ball game to do it.
Now, Gary, that last at bat was absolutely huge. I mean, coming through in the clutch, giving them the lead and assuring the fact we're going to go to the bottom of the ninth.
That's a tremendous RBI hit right there, and now we'll see whether or not their pitching can hold on to it. Here's the pitch. Inge isn't fooled by that pitch. The count is evened up.
Well, Gary, as you said, pitching is going to be the key. And ultimately, no matter what the score is going to the bottom of the ninth, can their pitcher get the job done?
Now swinging a shot toward second. There's one. Over to first and safe. Very close play. They will not get the double play.
They get the lead runner at second base, but I think they would have liked to have gotten two right there. Well, time to shine right here. A chance to be a hero, Gary. Well, with the lead right here, don't be surprised if we see the runner on first going. I think that he
swung on and a grounded to first. Throw in time forces him at second for the third out. Well, they pick up a run on 2 hits and they leave a couple. The Tigers, they've gained the upper hand here. Due up 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. Going to make a defensive change here.
You know, they're losing a little bit in the defensive department with this change. It may be geared more toward offense. It's just odd to make this move right now.
It's got to be Napoli. Trying again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. The pitch. Watches a curve in there for strike 1.
You got to force him to earn it right now. I think you've got to throw strikes, Gary. No free passes. No hit by pitches. Don't pitch him inside. Throw away. You don't want to leak one inside and give up a home run.
Looks at that curveball. It's a strike. He's behind 0-2.
Outstanding rotation on that pitch. Look at the mechanics for this pitcher. It comes out of his hand and just falls off the table.
Swinging a chopper. Foul ball. There's a swing towards the hole, and that is in there. The tying run is on base. 1 away.
Went out here in the 9th inning, and obviously in a situation where you're looking for outs, and you can't allow somebody to score, but if you can get an out, do what you need to get it.
It's Morales at the plate. He'll be seeking his first hit right here. Base is empty, 1 out. First pitch to him. He swings and drives this one. And it's in there, the tying run on board. He's going to try and test him here.
All major leaguers can hit a fastball, especially when they're right down the middle. And when it leaves your hand and you know it's going to get ripped, you just want to duck.
Willits is going to come in and run here.
When you're looking to generate offense, speed can be an important factor. They bring in the faster base runner now. Let's see if he can do something.
And it's Howie Kendrick in the box now. Flew out last time. Runner at first with 1 down. Here's the first pitch. It's now 0-1. Watch that fastball go by. The pitch. That is a strike. Kendrick. Let's see how he protects the plate here.
Unless you stay back and really think about going the other way, you've got no chance of hitting that 4-seamer down and away.
Kicks and throws. This is pop foul to the right side, but playable. 2 away.
Now we're counting down right here. They've got 1 out left in this game, and I think offensively you're hoping for that long ball, but you'll take anything. Give a base runner. Get somebody on.
And we've got his tourist batting. 2 for 3 thus far.
Gary, they're going to have to give him the green light at first base. He has good speed. They're down by a run. He's got to get in scoring position.
He swings on that 0-0 delivery, misses the fastball. Strike 1.
Well, against this guy in this situation, Gary, you've got to go with the changeup.
And a fly ball, and this could be it. Guillen will field. That's the last out. This ball game is now over.
Well, they picked up a big run in the final inning, Gary, and then held the lead, and the visiting team going home happy.
Jeannie Zalasko and Steve Fisiok standing by in our studio with Hardball Central.
Thanks, Gary. Welcome back to Hardball Central. We saw what can only be considered toughness out there on that mound in this one. I think we have to say that performer deserves our Pepsi Clutch Performer of the Game, Steve.
Edwin Jackson needs only 2 pitches to get you out. Fastball, slider. Why? Well, we saw why today. This is a guy with a fastball at 95 and a slider about 91. How are you going to hit a slider at 91? Edwin Jackson, you are the man, and you get the Pepsi Clutch Performer.
And thanks, Steve, as we head back out to Gary for the final analysis.
And they didn't have to score a lot of runs to do it. They end up with just managing 2 across the plate, but the pitching held up.
Well, a very close game and solid pitching and outstanding defense as well. Those little things become the key in close games.
We thank you for tuning in. 2K Sports, Major League Baseball.